What is up, trading family? So right now we're gonna go over the debt ceiling talks. So I'm getting a lot of DMs on how can this impact the forex markets. So I'm just gonna break it down as simply as clean as possible, just so y'all could understand. And you should be able to take advantage if we see these opportunities in the markets. Okay. So right here is just a chart. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but this is just the debt of the US debt continuously increasing since 1976. So just understand that this debt ceiling talks that it's just political. This is not the first time that we're dealing with this in the markets. It's just that the news outlets is making this a big issue because it's all about it's just all about politics at the end of the day. We got the Republicans and then the Democrats, and they're fighting against each other just to see who could get the most votes, right? So what we're dealing with now with the debt ceiling is all we have to know that it means is that it's just imaginary cap of how much the US government can spend, and we just hit that imaginary level, right? And then now they have to negotiate a deal to remove that cap so that they could increase the debt just so that the US could start paying back those obligations. Because if they don't pay back, then we're going to deal with a really bigger problem. So what we have here, the reasons why this debt ceiling can be an impact to the markets is only if it brings uncertainty. So if the debt ceiling is reached, then the Treasury can't create more bonds so that they could send it to the Federal Reserve so they could borrow more money, right? So right now the US is running out of money. So that's the issue. So if they make an agreement, right, if they can increase the debt, then there's really no fear that we have to, the markets have to worry about, because again, this is not the first time that they are dealing with this. Usually what the political parties do is that they wait until the very last minute, and then they just put all their differences aside and say, you know what, let's care for the American people, let's make an agreement. So that's most likely what we're going to see happen in the markets. But if we don't, this is what we're going to have to pay attention to, is if we do not get a deal, then that's going to be the opportunities we're going to want to take advantage of as traders. Because if there is no deal, it would lead to market uncertainty and possible government shutdown. And what that could lead to is equity sells, like the US 30 and the NAS, S&P 500. We're going to see sell off because that's going to bring uncertainty to the markets. And when we know we have uncertainty to the markets, we look to buy safe haven assets like gold or silver. That's the opportunity I want to look for if I see that there is no deal on the table. I want to look for gold upside, and I will look for equity sells, as that's going to cause global uncertainty. But if there is an agreement, which it is likely, because all we've been getting was positive headlines from Biden and all the people in the political party, they're most likely agreeing that there is going to be a deal. Most likely we're going to see more of a continuation of positive risk flows. So meaning a risk on market, we could still see equity buys, but that's not really the opportunity that I personally and my members, I don't want us to look for that as a big tradable opportunity, because again, the markets is already anticipating that they are going to make a deal, and it's not really impactful to the markets if they do make an agreement, because this is political. This is not market reacting. It could only be important to the markets if there is no deal, because then that's just showing that the US is not going to be able to pay back its debt. It's going to cause global uncertainty. It's going to cause a big problem to the financial markets if there is no deal. but this is not the first time that we're dealing with this. Okay. So if we just looking at the markets right now, you know, it is not looking like we're dealing with uncertainty in the markets as we start seeing equities is still right at those highs. So if we see that there is no deal, we're going to see sharp moves to the downside on these equity pairs, because that's the opportunities we want to take advantage of. Okay. And that just going to give us further confirms of that risk off market. So I just made this video quickly for everybody, just so if there is no deal, that is the opportunities we want to deal with. And this is why we have a news terminal in our Discord, just so that we could take advantage, so we could see those headlines that happens right away. And once we see that headline, we're going to be looking to sell the markets right away, because maybe sometimes you may see it on TV, and majority of the times it's already too late. But at least if you see those headlines, you know how to react to the markets. Okay. Because that's our job, is if you can understand the fundamentals and understand the direction, then that's what's going to help you as becoming a better trader. Again, so if you have any questions, just write in the comment section, and any other problems you're having with the markets, let me know and I'll make a video to help you.